Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to do the color wheel project. So you're first going to go ahead and go through here and choose a template. I'm going to download template number 3 to show you how to do that one, and then I'll also get the squiggle. And the reason I'm choosing those two is because I noticed some of you were not using the clipping mask when you download the rectangular one. You were just squeezing your images and trying to get them to fit. So I really want to show you with a clipping mask, you can insert your image into any shape. It's also important you know how to do it because you can use it for editing as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get my circle template. I just scroll to the bottom. Okay, I'm going to click on the template, and that's going to allow me to download it. All right, I'm also going to go ahead and just get the squiggle one. I didn't spell that right on the file, sorry. All right, so those have downloaded. I'm going to go ahead and go to Photoshop, and then I'm going to say File, Open. All right, I'm going to open up my template. So I'm going to look here in my downloads, and I'm going to do my circle. All right, you should be inserting into this your images that are already edited and they're already saved as a JPEG, okay? So before you even download this template, make sure you've edited all your images how you like them. So I'm going to go ahead and say open, because you just want to be opening up your JPEGs. And I'm going to find where my folder is, and here's my purple. So I'm going to go ahead and open up that first. All right, so I've got my image here. Well, my computer's glitching out a little bit. Let me click. Oh, it's really glitching. There we go. All right, so I've got my image here. It's already been cropped. You know, let's say maybe you need to crop it again a little bit. Sure, whatever. Okay, make some minor adjustments if you need. But if you have a bunch of layers over here, okay, that's where you're running into issues. Okay, so let's say you open this up and you're like, oh, actually it wasn't quite bright enough, or it didn't have quite enough contrast. I don't know. When you have multiple layers here, it's going to make it tricky for copying and pasting. So it's really better to do all of your edits and then File, save a copy. Make sure you save it 2 times, once as a Photoshop and then once as the JPEG, and hit save. Okay, so you're working with your edited, cropped, final images. And I'm going to show you the difference. This one, you see it has 2 layers versus if I open up the JPEG, there's my purple copy. This one has only 1 layer and it has all the adjustments in there. Okay, so you want to make sure you're working with the JPEG that is flat and doesn't have all those layers in it. All right, now I'm ready to select everything. To select everything, I can go up here to select all. This keyboard shortcut is Control A. So it's Control A. So I'm just selecting everything. Okay, then I'm going to say Control C to copy. You can also go here to edit copy, Control C to copy. I'm going to go back to my template, and now I'm ready to paste this in. I like to work from bottom to top when you do your template, but in this case I chose purple. So I'm going to navigate to my purple layer. I can see right here, this one is purple. If you're unsure what a layer is, eyeball on and off. That's my purple layer. So I'm going to click on my purple layer, and then I'm going to hit Control V or Edit Paste. Edit Paste. Where's Paste? I think it's up here. Oh, Paste is up there. My computer is not letting me. Oh, here it is. Sorry. Paste. Edit Paste. All right. And now I have pasted it on. Okay. It's a little bit large, so I'm going to zoom out, Control minus. I'm going to hit Control T to transform it, and I can resize this. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, but it doesn't really matter. It's not going to fit inside this wedge perfectly, right? There's all this stuff hanging off the side. So this is where, if you have a clipping mask, you're going to hit right click, create clipping mask, and basically it's going to insert your image into this shape below. So you can see it gives me this little like down arrow. That means it's applying this image to this other layer. Okay, I'm going to show that one more time. Right click, create clipping mask. Okay, I can still Control T once I have it in my shape. You know what? I changed my mind. I wanted it to go this direction. I wanted this portion of the image. Okay, or maybe I did want to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, I can still make those adjustments and hit enter. All right, I'm done with my purple, so I'm going to go ahead and close that. I'm going to open up my next color. All right, I've got some nice blue here. Yay. Here's my blue image. All right, and again, this has already been edited. You can see I'm opening the JPEG. There's no layers in my stack. I'm just going to go ahead and select everything. Select all. Edit copy. go to my template, find my blue layer, and paste. Control V, paste. All right, I didn't click on my blue layer, so watch what happens. If I right click and say create clipping mask, oh, it's going in the purple because I'm directly above the purple. So I'm just gonna hit undo, Control Z, edit, undo. And I'm gonna make sure that in my layer stack, this is directly above the blue layer, okay? And then I'm gonna Control T it because this image, woo, it's really big. I'm gonna go ahead and make that smaller. Okay, my blue slice is over here. We'll rotate that maybe a little. And then I'm gonna Control 0 to get back to center screen. Right click, create clipping mask. And now there it is inside this segment. And again, I can still Control T on this layer. Okay, maybe I want to have a little bit more of it. I want to shrink that down even more. Ooh, I like that. Okay, I'm happy. I'm going to hit enter. Done with my blue layer now. Open up my orange one, so on and so forth, okay? All right, again, I'm going to select all. Edit copy. Oopsie, I hit cut. Control Z, edit copy, Control C. Okay, I'm going to go find my orange layer. Click my orange layer, Control V as paste. Oh, it's really big. I'm gonna just go ahead and right click, create clipping mask now, and then I'll resize it. And I'm just using Control plus, Control minus to zoom in and out. Get a little bit more of that texture in there. And I think I'm happy with that, so I'm gonna hit enter. And so on and so forth, okay? Until you finish the whole thing. When you get to the end, you're gonna save it 2 times. File, save as. The first time you're gonna save it as a PSD, save it on your Google Drive, put your name on there. And then the second time, you're gonna hit File, save a copy, and that's gonna give you the JPEG that you can turn in. So drop down to JPEG, all right? I'm gonna show this all with one more template. I know this video is getting long. File, open. Downloads, let me get the squiggle. Okay, same thing. I've got all my layers here. I've locked them so you don't accidentally move them around. Let's see, file, open. I'm gonna go ahead and get my purple here. Control A, Control C. Okay, purple, Control V. Okay, right click, create clipping mask. It's gonna insert it into that squiggle, and then I can still resize it if I want with Control T. Doesn't matter if you resize it before or after. All right, done with my purple. I'm gonna close that. File, open. Let me get my next color. Oh, here's my red. Control A, Control C. All right, find my red, Control V. Right click, create clipping mask. I'm gonna zoom out, and then I'm gonna resize this. I think I'm gonna actually rotate this one all the way around. Maybe I'll shrink it down a little bit more. There we go, happy with that, hit enter. So on and so forth. My green image, copy, Control A, Control C, okay, Control V, create clipping mask, oops, I put it in the yellow, that's okay, Control Z, okay, I'm gonna drag it above my green layer, now I'm gonna right click, create clipping mask, now it will go in the green segment. Okay, so on and so forth, and again, file, save as, a PSD, and the second time, save a copy. You can get to it here, by the way. File, save a copy, and you're gonna choose JPEG. The JPEG is what you're gonna turn in. Drop down here to JPEG. Okay? And lots of different templates for you to choose from. Just make sure you are using the clipping mask with that.